brokerage software is a application that helps 3PLs or freight brokers manage their everyday business. So a freight broker could be a asset-based freight brokerage or a non-asset freight brokerage. Applications could be server-based or web-based. So with a web-based platform, the web-based platform could be accessed from any computer with an internet connection or smartphone or tablet. And by accessing that information remotely, you could give access to your employees at your office who have a computer with an internet connection, or you could give access to your customers through your portal that we provide through your website. So for customers to go to your website to gain information for quoting, documentation, tracking, and even provide a web-based portal for sales reps. So when you have sales reps out in the field, they could go to their mobile application or their laptop and pull up the system to check their shipment information, follow up on their customers, and look up their sales reports, such as sales trending reports, profitability reports, collection reports, and even commission reports. Find out what they have been paid or not paid. So a freight brokerage application that is web-based can provide a lot of value to brokers because it helps touch a lot of their internal employees and also external sales reps that are working on the field or customers who just need access to their system. To determine the right freight brokerage software for your company needs, there's a host of different freight brokerage applications out there that are designed and somewhat tailored toward certain segments of the logistics industry. So, one thing that we always ask is, what type of freight brokerage are you? Are you moving mostly domestic full truckload shipments, domestic LTL? Are you doing a lot of rail or intermodal, drayage, a lot of domestic air freight, international, ocean, air? So there's definitely a lot of different segments that brokers target. So when it comes to domestic full truckload and LTL, what is their current environment and how automated are they, especially when it comes to LTL? So with LTL automation, a lot of freight brokers are looking for a way to move a high volume of shipments without having to spend a lot of time pushing the shipment manually through the shipping process. So how could we get quotes automatically through the system without having to visit 10 or 20 different carrier websites? How could we dispatch to the carrier without having to pick up a phone and calling carrier and giving them all the information, such as the addresses, the commodity information, and have to tender that manually every time through a dispatch? How can we get tracking information without having to visit a carrier website, typing in a pro number, and doing it one by one for 500, 1,000 shipments that they're working on? How could we automate that electronically, whether it's through an API connection or through EDI connections? Also with documentation, how can I save time on having to chase down a proof of delivery or a signed BOL for me to have to manually upload into the system? How could I pull that information electronically so that it is there for me waiting for me to invoice my customer? So automation goes a long way when it comes to looking for a good system for LTL. When it comes to full truckload, domestic full truckload, providing tools to quote and cover freight more effectively. With full truckload, a lot of brokers use owner-operators or small owner-operators to get quotes and to cover their business. So these companies don't have a lot of the automation tools that an LTL carrier would. So the question is, what kind of system can help them provide a platform to manage this more manual environment where they could do a mass email to carriers to get carrier quotes, post to multiple load boards without having to do double entry into different websites? And how could they get information to qualify their carriers, such as carrier packets, W-9s, and getting accurate insurance information so they can house internally on their system. So when it comes to full truckload, quoting, covering, and carrier compliance, providing tools for them to streamline that process is a real time saver in their eyes. Using a freight brokerage software application instead of a spreadsheet is a big advantage for a freight brokerage because it provides them a competitive advantage. They have more visibility to their platform for their customers to have access to. They have more visibility to all their employees on what's going on with the business instead of referring to a centralized spreadsheet. And with a spreadsheet, it really just houses data. With a TMS or transportation management system, you really want it to go beyond just housing what zip codes you ship to or what kind of commodities you sent. You want the system to help automate your business, meaning providing a system that is easy to use, that could provide a lot of automation tools when it comes to tendering a shipment, say electronically through an API connection. So you don't have to call the carriers one by one to provide that information for them to schedule a pickup. Getting track information, whether it's getting track information directly from the carrier or getting track information from a mobile device, you don't have your employees spending time calling, doing check calls, calling them on a daily basis to find out where their location is. With a click of a button, you could find out where the location is instantly, a live location where they are instantly. When it comes to documentation, instead of having to go from your spreadsheet to a Word document to generate a BOL or a rate confirmation sheet and have to double enter all that information you just typed into your spreadsheet, you could minimize your double entry and have the system generate these documents for you, which also has the ability to email and fax. So instead of having to go to your Gmail or Outlook or have to go to your fax machine and fax it out manually, the system could also take care of this for you as well. So by providing this documentation and even generating your invoices, it helps streamline a lot of the manual processes that you would have to go through by just using a spreadsheet. So at the end of the day, even though there's additional costs with a transportation application, if you look at the business as a whole and trying to streamline, reduce overhead, and manage more freight with very little resources, this is something a freight brokerage application or TMS can do.